Hey there, nice to meet you. Oh, hi there, hi there, hi there. Alright, now. Alright, let's play Knights of Azure instead. I'm really sorry about the demo not working out. Any resemblance to real people is sure to... Alright, you heard it. This game is totally not about real events. Oh, wait, whoa. I have the game volume set way too high. Nightblood, who covered a world in eternal night, and his defeat the Night Lord's Bill is foul essence, a separate form of evil that lingers to this day. Yeah, fiends that are born of blue blood. Blue-colored blood. And you know what color, our niece's blood is? Purple. Those who are of blue blood were transformed body and soul into fiends and become a blight on humanity. No, that's a horrible way to describe them. Therefore, thereafter they appear at night to take people. In doing so, they rob the human race of nighttime itself. No, I disagree. Beset by sleepless nights caused by the wicked fiends, the city became known as the land without night. Everyone, no, I am not a Dorito. Alright now, I'm coming straight to your house. I'm always groovy, never cheesy. You won't get this from a bird. That's right. I'm arriving soon. It's the end of Mighty Super Show time. Boo, ad break, boo. Boo, ad break in the cutscene, boo. Boo. Oh wow, there's my, fetish, I mean, and that looks like one of the fetishes. Please stop belching, please. Body, please stop belching. Alright, here's that battle with the Night Lord. And the Night Lord is a very beautiful lady. And so is the Saintess. And Saintess and the Night Lord are very beautiful ladies. Nice, and the Night Lord has a Full Metal Alchemist Lust Clause, apparently. Alright, now go. Full Metal Alchemist Lust Clause. Yeah, you missed your target. Miss! Mike, cut to the Mario, cut to the, Mario Party miss sound effect. Oh no, that's a lot of blue blood. That can't be good for the environment. I've seen, Batman 2 Kryptonite Rain. Well, that can't be good for the environment. Everything and everyone's turning into monsters. Well, that's obviously not good. But, for me, being a superhero, this is basically, another Tuesday. This is just basically another Tuesday for me. So this is the designated island. Alright, now I activate Torque Designator. Freaking Kira sending me on some rickety boat on an island that's not even on the map. I'm so seasick right now. Hey, look, there's the lesbian love interest. I mean, protagonist, best friend, and roommate, yeah. Are you Knight the Kira sent? Oh, you're the little I'm supposed to, the least. I didn't expect to be partnered with you for this fiend slaying mission. Oh yeah, look at all the jiggle, yeah. And look at all the jiggle. Until this game was, made back when, before everybody became Puritan. Again, Gus, was never really affected by that. If anything, their games, got more fan servicing. Well. Alright, now. Keep your feet on dry land, that's what I always say. It's never a good reason to travel, I say never. I understand, I do. Please calm down, Oz, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm relieved to see you haven't changed. Alright, now. By the way, I'm not a Dorito. Don't let the bunny propaganda fool you. Don't let the detractor propaganda fool you. I am not a burrito. That is fake. That is false information. Yeah, two best friends who are totally roommates and definitely don't have the hots for each other, you know. Just sleeping in the same bed. Yeah, just like normal roommates do. Yeah, that's a totally normal thing for roommates to do, yeah. And in fact, as a magical girl, I'm quite familiar with, you know, having roommates like that. Whoops, did I forget to change the title? Whoops. Whoops, I kind of forgot to change the title card. Whoops. I'm sorry. Sorry, I forgot to do that. That was kind of... Alright, now. I am here for the Cool Ranch and Dorito Nachos. Yes, I am aware that the title card is wrong. Hey, look, there's you know, a cute fairy. There's a cute little fairy. Yeah, unlike me, who is not cute. Now. Yeah, now, alright, now. That's an Nala Uni. That looks more like a pixie. That's not Nala Uni. What are you talking about? That's not Nala Uni, no. Oh no, there's bad guys coming at me. Yeah, summon a dinosaur. Dinosaur, yeah. Oh no, ow. Yeah, I don't think I'll be using much of a special attack because, you know... I don't think... Alright, no. I'm surrounded by cute things. No, there's no cute things around here because I am not cute. There's no cute things around here because I am not cute. I am most certainly not... I am never ever cute, no. I am never ever cute, that is false information. Uh-oh, bomb. Oh no, I got hit by a bomb, no. Summon $1 Alright now. We don't have much HP left. Alright now. Yes, I know what assist does. I know what assist does, you don't have to tell me. Nice, I got all my... Alright, now I got all my HP and MP back. Yes, I know what Servant Bursts are, you don't have to tell me, game. I wish I could just... Alright. Alright now, he can draw on all the... He can draw on all the enemies. He basically has taunt. He basically has defense plus taunt. Alright now. Yeah, sadly I think Wood Golem is definitely, you know, probably the worst one you start with. All the other ones are good though. Alariuni is definitely, you know, probably the best one you can have though. At least at the start. They're pretty much, you know, Alariuni is pretty much on every team, you know, even from the start to finish. Take out the rosier clock, got it. Right, yeah, basically a Saintess defeated the evil Queen of Demons long ago, and, you know, a bunch of blue blood spilled down, and, you know, now this island is, you know, full of, you know, fiends. And, you know, that's turned all the objects, people, and everything into fiends. You know, it's a bit like Gygas's influence, if Gygas's influence for a whole bunch of, you know, brightly colored, you know, neon blue blood. Like literal blue blood, yeah. Yeah, she bled the blood of, you know, the evil sky fairies and, you know, it corrupted everything. Oh no. Alright, thank you, yeah, Annie. And I'm aware that the title card is wrong, don't tell me. I know it's not the My Familiar demo. I tried it earlier and it didn't work and I forgot to change the title. Well, to be precise, I couldn't get it to work because it wouldn't work with Steam Deck, so... Hopefully they'll fix that, you know, when it fully comes out, yeah. The horseshoe crab people? Crab people. No, there's no horseshoe crabs in this game. I know what you're talking about, it's the blue blood. The Night Lord's revival's at hand. I know, it's this big scary, you know, dragon. Arnie's, you should probably protect your girlfriend from the dragon. Ah, the lovely sense of blue blood. An offering here, most unexpected. Hey, give me... no, he's taking Lily's. No, he's taking Lily's hostage. No, please don't put her in a spear of energy, no. No, he kidnapped my girl in front of me. You know, in retrospect, I probably should have put them both in spears, but I ran out of spell slots, so I couldn't capture both of them. In retrospect, I probably should have done that. In retrospect, maybe I should have done that, you know. Yeah, you gotta capture them both, yeah. That's how you really do things, yeah. I guess he only had enough spell slots to do it once. Foeman with the good advice. It's a dragon. You feed it people. You feed it people. You could make friends. Yeah. I don't think Miss. No, I don't think Miss. I don't think we're very interested in feeding people to dragons. Not even gonna lie. I don't think. Pretty sure Miss. Oh, whoops. Ow. Alright, I gotta not get too careless, we're not a tank in this game. Yeah, even the level ups are, do have a cap, and, post-game enemies go above that cap. Yeah, I'm not kidding, and, it's kind of awful, really. Maybe the dragon is single? Hot dragons in your area? I mean, dragons who love themselves and fair maidens to kidnap and, eat. I mean, dragons who love some fair maidens, kidnap and eat, and, possibly do, the naughty stuff with. Yeah, alright now. Yeah, alright now. Yeah, it's sort of like Bowser and Peach, that's basically their relationship, yeah. That's basically what Bowser does to Peach. Yeah, Mario doesn't know, though. Yeah, what Mario doesn't know won't hurt him. I'll see him make a Dragonborn. Whoa! Funny enough, I should. Funny enough, one of the Dark Lord successors is a dragon. Yeah, I kind of can't decide how to make them though. I will eventually decide on how to make them though. I'm thinking, make them male or female, or give them what sort of backstory. I definitely, need to give them, the dragon and princess backstory, which is definitely going to be part of it. I just can't really decide what to do fully for it. I had tossed around a few ideas, but I'm probably going to change it in the final product. If I get around to, writing that. Also the tutorial fairy and the architect are both, Dark Lord successors. So it's kind of necessary to the lore. To kind of read their story too. Oh no, I'm doing the Kingdom Hearts thing. I'm having the spin-offs already. In retrospect, I probably should, just make the lore a little bit more cohesive instead of trying to do the shared universe thing. I remember what happened when Universal tried to do that with their monster movies. They forgot to make a good movie first. They forgot to make the Mummy movie actually good. That they wanted for their Dark Universe. So there's no Dark Universe. Alright. Yes, I know that female mummies were originally part of the movie. That's not my complaint. My complaint is, that wasn't very good. Alright now. Alright, as Akira's associate, you'll be familiar with the area's topography. I should tell you what Kavox Kira told me. Begin your search in the Count's Rose Garden. At the Count's Rose Garden. Then you can do days in the future past where Hargritty were Indy teamed up with younger, more innocent Indy. I could definitely do that. I could definitely do something like that. the lore already has alternate timelines in it. There's already a time space for, so why not alternate timelines? The ledger is how you save, and there's a shop where you can buy stuff. So why not alternate timelines? I also, have been tossing around the idea of, making alternate dimension versions of Indemati. Oh yeah, and I also got an additional character, Gus, which I can't get in the PS4 version because it's a pre-order bonus, and I didn't get the game on pre-order. All right, now servant case. All right now. Yeah, Gus says all right now. Oh, look at that. You know, is that we have an atelier character? Alright, so exactly what does this atelier character do? I guess it's here, deal damage to your surroundings. Alright, flames, strike with cane, fire magic bullets. Alright now, let's see, what do I... Alright, now I need to equip something. Alright, now I think I'll give you the Mobius. I think I'll give you the Mobius ring so you can revive. No, I don't think I'll give you anything. And I'll give you the shell cameo to reduce your costs and also boost your SP. And also, I think I'll have, Arnie's herself, equip that so that, she can have HP regen. Alright, now the cure is the first place where you get to. Alright, now. Oh, and Darkest Time Lord Indy? Darkest Timeline Indy? Yeah, does that mean we're gonna have an absolute timeline Indy? Does that, alright now. I want there to be a version of, Indemati that's like, super roided up and like 8 feet and like 12 feet and like 20 feet and like 12 feet tall. Or however tall you alright now. Yeah, they're like super roided up too. Yeah, they're like an Amazonian and they also turn the White Moonstaff into a battle axe. Yeah, just like absolute Batman. Yeah. It turns out the real magic to, beating monsters is just to beat them to death. I mean, it's effective. I mean, whatever's effective. Whatever's effective, I guess. You want to cover this later, yeah. Alright now. And we can have an Earth 3 version of Indemati that's like, the evil Indemati. Yeah, and we will, and before you say anything like that, I am not adding to Indemati who laughs. We're not doing that because that was a dumb idea that DC did. Especially when they ripped off Judge Dredd. Imagine ripping off Judge Dredd and, doing it far worse. By the way, we have a mysterious black cat that's following us that may or may not be linked to the Night Lord. Alright, we can call up all our servants. Yes, I know we have a time limit, but don't worry. Alright, alright now. Let's call out our minions. Absolute Batman would show what Bruce would do. If broke, but still had prep time. Spoiler, he would drop condemned buildings on you because simple solution, he gets paid for the demo. Yes, I know how to do sermons. Alright now. Yeah, alright now. What should like absolute Indemati do? Alright now. Oh yeah, what if we just punch the absolute Indemati just absolutely punch the bad guys? Yeah, instead of fighting with magic, absolute Indemati just, punches bad guys really hard, yeah. And it's sort of like, Indemati if she were barbarian Link. Yeah, absolute Indemati would be like, Link if they were barbarian Link. Oh yeah, alright now. Let's go, alright now. Look at all these flower spiders. They remind me of the Venus Spike. You guys ever play Lost Kingdoms for the GameCube? Yeah, by the way, I highly recommend you play Lost Kingdoms for the GameCube. Yeah, look at all this blue blood splattering everywhere, man. I mean, we got sexy girls, we got blood. This game is absolutely perfect. Oh no, kitties. Yeah, the kitties are grim looking. Yeah, they kind of just poke around for items. Yeah, we can get our own and have it dig up items for us. That's kind of cool, really. Yeah, although there are 2 different cats in the game, and I forgot which color summons which. Playing normal reindeer would make reindeer noises. Yinny, yinny, yinny. If you had an absolute universe counterpart, what would your absolute universe counterpart do? What would your absolute universe counterpart do? Yeah, I'm thinking about just having a rated up, Amazonian, enemy that's like 15 feet tall, and turn the white mint staff into a battle axe. I think it'd be pretty funny. Oh yeah, the Bistal is also very good. Oh yeah. Right, did you find something? Let me see. A ring, alright now. Alright, hey, don't snatch that ring, you naughty little cat. Naughty little cat, you did that on purpose. In fact, I know you did it on purpose. What is Absolute Universe? Oh, have you ever seen Absolute Batman? You know Absolute Batman, which is known for the bricky bat symbol? Yeah, that's pretty much the one thing that Absolute Batman is known for. Yeah, that universe, yeah. It's like the fucked up universe. It's like the DC universe if Darkseid made it, and for some reason really really hated Batman. But gotta be honest, I don't blame Darkseid. Considering that Batman's probably the only mortals. Considering that Batman's the only mortal who ever actually beat Darkseid. Not by being so powerful, but by basically, outsmarting him. Oh yeah, let's burn. Alright, no. Alright, no. Yeah, CCH of Apocalypse? Yeah, you should check it out, yeah. Yeah, Yenny, if you have time, you should check it out, yeah. Alright, servants, destroy the rocks. Destroy the rocks. No, there's Grimmelkin about. Alright, now. Alright, get that Grimmelkin. Alright, you're welcome again. Alright, again. Can I add some tags to your stories? Yeah, I'll figure out some tags to add later. Like Marvel New Ultimate Universe. Probably the best thing that the company has done in a long time. Yeah, not gonna lie, yeah. I will say I like Spider-Man in the Ultimate Universe. Yeah, Spider-Man in the Ultimate Universe was actually probably one of the only ones I was actually cool in that. No, we got shadows coming at us. Oh, nice. Oh, restorative medicine. Alright, yeah, also, be on the lookout for new items that basically add stun. We got a happily married Peter with an MJ with kids. Imagine a universe where, hey, Peter Parker is actually happy and married. And I know Spider-Man's writers can't do that, because that would go against the status quo. And so they have to have, Peter Parker sell his marriage to the devil. Or some such nonsense like that. Imagine thinking, selling Pete. Imagine Spider-Man actually trusting Mephisto, man. Like, what? Yeah. Although I will say that, Peter Parker, if Peter Parker, fought the Joker, he'd probably be the perfect foil to, probably prove that one more day is, a bunch of bullocks. If I'm not gonna lie. A successful reporter. And magical girl, good versus evil, power system. Oh yeah, I do have a power... Oh, I do have all those things. Yeah, in my story, yeah. I do have all those things in the story, yeah. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, isn't there a timeline in, Spider-Man's universe where James Jonas Jameson becomes headline? Alright, and let alone trusting Mephisto, period. Yeah, I agree. Trusting Mephisto networking was definitely an editorial decision. It is definitely not something that, that is not definitely not something that, it definitely isn't something that was definitely, actually well written. Yeah, technically speaking, James Jonas Jameson becomes headliner, and he thinks that he became headline, and his motto was with great power comes great accountability, which I do like. I know. By the way, your little fairy familiar is really cute. Yeah, unlike me, who's not cute. Although these little cute fairies, heal stuff and shoot fireballs, not balls of fire. Headline is a massless version of Spider-Man also. Yeah, Headline doesn't believe in using mask. Which, goes well with, James Jonas Jameson's, philosophy about not using masks. Oh yeah, we have the actualization ritual. Oh yeah, oh yeah. And since we're... Alright, now I have some new equipment I can try. Alright, now, oh yeah, and I can actualize it, and I can also actualize a Irvin. Yeah, and the Abyss style is actually really good, and also very cute. I mean, look at it. Oh, no, alright, no. Oh, Lisabella. Alright, I like Lisabella. Yeah, she just wants to play. She just wants to play, isn't that so cute? Right, let's replace the golem with, Vistal. Oh. So we need to attach something real good to this. Alright, Sun resist bleed. Damage received from enemies reduced to 4. Increase defense with it. Alright, now. Guess I'll equip that runestone. And Gustian, you can also have cool stuff. Let's give him increased defense and attack. Alright, now. Also, if you were burnt out the last few days, we'll be streaming rather soon. Wednesdays, probably? Okay. Oh, yeah. I've also been feeling a little burned out sometimes. So I understand. In the alternate universe, we also got Superior Spider-Man, but he's a good guy, of course. Not Haka is Spider-Man's that guy and takes up a persona, fighting the bad guys with Peter. His partner is a Green Goblin. Wait, what? What? His partner's Green Goblin? Dr. Octopus became a good guy, became Spider-Man. Yeah, then he swap bodies with Peter Parker, and then finds out that Peter Parker's life was actually living hell. And wants out, but Peter Parker's like, nope. That's pretty funny, not gonna lie. Yeah, he'll marry Mysterio. He'll marry Mysterio. What? Marry Mysterio? Yeah. There's Gwen Stacy. What? Gwen Stacy is Mysterio too? Oh man. Well, that certainly sounds like a universe and a half. All right, let's go fight some normies. Oh man. Oh boy. Okay. Are you getting there and start shooting? I know. Alright, there we go. Alright, now, get him. Alright, nice, our Bistal got him. Nice, Bistal got him. No. More or less what happens, Doc Ock swaps bodies, Peter tries to get the body back, but dies before he's able to. And as such, Doc Ock is stuck with the position. Oh no, poor Doc. Poor Doc, he learned that Peter Parker's life is hell. And he learned that Peter Parker's life is actually hell. No, Peter Parker, you gotta get back here and get back your body, no. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna peace out now. But, honestly, I would expect, Peter to, considering his life is actually a living hell. Now Doc Ock is stuck as being Spider-Man and also stuck with Spider-Man's writers. And you know how awful those guys are. And you know how Spider-Man's writers are. If they can't find a way to they are worse than they're the worst Spider-Man villains of all. Yeah, but the Hulk is a bad guy in us. And is also Iron Fist. But the Hulk is a bad guy and is Iron Fist. No, that doesn't sound right to me. Alright now, shoot him all with bullets. Shoot him all with bullets. Shoot him with bullets. Come on, shoot him with more bullets. Yeah, there we go. Alright, come and get me, villains. Alright, now, tell the villains to come and get me. Oh, you villains better beware, because I'm gonna get you. I love all of it. Alright, I don't blame you. Comic books are pretty awesome. Yeah, I will say, I promise that, maybe I'll have maybe I'll have an absolute version of, Endermine that's like, just Endermine with reverse stats. Instead of focusing on magic, she, focuses on the muscle. And also, she's like, Endermine if Endermine were, basically Barbarian Link. We're Barbarian Link. Not so much right now. like if she can't solve a problem with force, she probably can't solve it. Oh yeah, don't go this way. That's where a bunch of high-level monsters are. Yeah, don't go that way. That's where a bunch of high-level monsters are. You can beat them if you want to, but it's kind of difficult and risky. Seeing him as a skeleton, that's how. And then somehow my neck is thicker than my head. I mean, how do skeletons stand up without anything holding them together, though? Is it like some sort of skeleton magic or something? Oh no, here comes the first boss of the game. Okay, it is alright now. No, I human, you dare to interrupt my dinner. Alright, give me back Lilise. I know. How you know? Alright now, Lilise. Finally a boss battle, alright now. Black Butterfly, alright now. Boss battles have no time limit, that's good. Alright now. Alright now, bleed. Alright now, hit him with bleed. Alright now, he's reeling from pain. Alright now, he's reeling from pain. Alright now, he's doing a big roar. Alright now, come on, Lilise. Come on, Lilise, awaken your true power. Awaken your true power as a half-demon. Use the power of darkness. Use the power of darkness to destroy the darkness. And now the black butterflies are going into me. That's not good. Aren't those bad? Alright, where the hell are we? Chris, where the hell are we? Awaken your inner... Yeah, awaken your... Where is he? Yeah, awaken your inner edgelord powers. Everybody has the inner edgelord powers. Alright, now, also the evil Endermine, that's like the Earth 3 Endermine. They're just basically Endermine if, they succumb to the power of the Red Moon and, are also a sanguine arc. Also they kind of act like Ultraman. A little bit. Oh no. It's the Night Lord's power of darkness. The Night Lord was defeated centuries ago by Saint herself. Just be into yourself if I am the jesting sort. And now here comes a big blood sword. Yeah, it's a oh no, an evil sword. Yeah, let's use the evil sword to, slay the evil guys, yeah. Also, Jean Grey was lobotomized and linked to Xavier's brain. Wait, what? No! In a jar to control the world's mutants. And Colossus and Magic are terrible human beings. No, they turned them into bad guys. No! I mean, of course, it's Professor Xavier, so I'm not surprised, he does shady stuff. I'm not surprised that, Professor Xavier does shady stuff. But seeing Magic and Colossus do it? Ugh. And also doing that, and also seeing Jean Grey's reduced to that? Ugh. But of course, of course Xavier would do that. I mean, Xavier's always doing shady shit. That's why I don't like him. That's why, honestly, I don't like, Professor Xavier. Yeah, definitely it would be intriguing if Cubo shows up reborn as an Ark. Yeah, this Xavier was good, he's dead. His brain is just a control device. Oh, okay. Oh, I can feel the inner edge right now. There is no place in the world that can withstand the night. No one in the world can escape the coming slumber, no matter how long it takes, no matter what form it assumes. Uh-oh. I'm succumbing to the powers of dark. I'm using the darkness to defeat the darkness. Alright now. Yeah, this is sure like me using the red moon to defeat, them in the night, yeah. The night will never disappear. Glowing red eyes that are super ominous. Ooh. Alright now, Arnie, it's time to awaken your inner edgelord powers. Alright now, resistance is futile. You're not the Porg, my guy. You're not even close to being a Porg level opponent. By the way, you have a new edgy sword now. A red blade, a demon sword. Alright now, we need to transform. Alright now. It doesn't sound so bad. Alright, let's use the demon form, which is, the sexiest, those are the sexiest of all the forms. Now come back here. Stop running! Why you running? Stop running! Stop running! Alright, there we go, and that takes it. And that kicks Sarah the Blue Blood Dragon. Get wrecked, Blue Blood Dragon! Feel the power. Alright, feel the powers of darkness. That's right, feel the powers of darkness. Yeah, give me. Alright, oh, cool, I got a vampire bat. And there's Lily's. Alright, now, Lily. Alright, now, there's her lesbian love interest. I mean, totally, innocent roommate, yeah. Also, I'm not Cinemati, that is not true. That'll be definitely interesting when it comes to a crossover. Yeah. Of course, having somebody reborn as a new Ark. How is such a thing possible? It must have something to do with, some of Kubo's, latent, twilight powers. I am not Cinderace. I am not Cinderace. I'm not Cinderace. That's false information. Cinemati is, fake news. Cinemati is fake news. That's attractor nonsense. That's attractor nonsense. me being, Cinderace is attractor nonsense, okay? I'm not cute. No, not cute. You guys are the ones who are cute, okay? And one of the story beats, me and Indy have planned as Cubo does appear later crossover story taking the form of an arc due to specific circumstances. Limited Cubo being a lunar entity. Alright now. Yes, yeah, alright now. Dr. the Skeleton, I am not a tractor. alright now. I know you're not a literal tractor. That's not what I mean. That's not what I mean. That's what I mean, you silly spooky boy. That's not what I mean. I don't mean a literal tractor. I mean, alright now. You're detracting me. You're detracting me by calling me cute and Cinderace. Yeah. Detractor. Detractor. Detractors. By the way, alright now. By the way, Yenny, I have to say, you've really boosted my confidence a bit. You're part of the reason I decided, to make the next part of, Into My Story. By the way, I will show you guys later. Alright now. Alright now, if you want to read it later, I did, post it up on Twitter, but, I could tell you again if you really want to. Alright now. I can't leave my best friend alone when she's clearly suffering over something. Our niece. Alright, by the way, how do you like my, hypnotic, alright now. How do you like my jiggle physics? I mean, every 10 years a new saint is trusted among the priests to keep the eternal night seal away. Oh, now she got selected as a... Alright, now. And I guess it would be because the new friend of mine dealing in the moon elements deity who acts as one of the major antagonists early on. I mean, if Batman can make a piece of Starro into a Robin, okay? I think we can make, I think we can do that with somebody who used to be an antagonist. Yeah, it can be like Vegeta. Yeah, they were gonna, originally they were gonna have Vegeta die off pretty early on, but people really liked him, so he kept on the show, which kind of led to the show becoming basically the Vegeta and Goku show, but yeah, it's sort of like how Black Wings were supposed to be like this, throwaway archetype, but everybody loved them, so they started throwing in more Black Wing stuff and made them like a major archetype. I like how all our bad guys seem like cool guys who would love to hang out. I would love to hang out with Azure notes about recruiting unpaid interns, volunteers. Well, if you want to recruit, unpaid interns, you should probably talk to Dark Shovel. He's, the guy that's, that's more of the businessman. Yeah, he just, does a little soul contracts, like, turn his employees into, skeletons. And, kind of, made a price for a gacha game where he's, stealing people's souls and, forcing them to work and, work in his factory until, their bodies rot and, they become skeletons. And then, and he also, does it to kind of avoid, labor laws and, things about, treating employees well. Basic things when you employ the undead. Yeah, in fact, you might not like him very much. More specifically, it'll be new for any mind to fight against someone who shares the same element and stuff as her. Oh, no. I mean, that is true, yeah. I do the same things. Of course, Phone does the same things. Alright, now. For our niece and her roommate, Lily's. Yeah, by the way, whatever happened to your roommate, Lily's, and, Knights of Azure too, by the way. Just nothing much. I just, became the Night Lord and, kind of lost my girlfriend due to, the Moon Queen and all that. And, also I joined Lusa's, harem. Yeah, the second game in the series I don't think is very good. Compared to this one. By the way, that is a cute maid outfit, yeah. I like that it shows her ass. I mean, I like how I like how cute it looks. Yeah, definitely nothing about huge badonkers. Also, you can call education and charge some people. You have now entered the interlude phase. Alright now. Yeah, use Dark Shovel, yeah. Take on Lil P and that, backfires horrifically in the crossover. Uh-oh. Oh, level up, yay! Alright now. Alright now, let's see. I feel like retaliation, will be a little bit better. Alright now, obviously we're taking the SP for you. Alright now, and for Doll. Yeah, Equipment Savvy is kind of terrible, so I'm not going to pick that. Alright, now let's see what Gust has. Base HP, base SP. I'm going to go with SP. Alright, now, there we go. Alright, now, Vampire Bat. Alright, now, alright, now. Still blood in battle increases by 10%. Alright, that's gonna actually make it easier to level up, so... At least I'm told that's what it does. Alright now, alright now. Alright now, ooh. Oh, I see, there's an event over here. Alright, I better talk to you. But, it's your activity fund from Mysterious Benefactor? Ah, no. Yeah, don't mention Mysterious Benefactor to me, that's very triggering. You know, considering what happened with the Octopus 8 arc in the lore. And no, it did not involve a literal octopus or any tentacles, no. Tentacles. Ugh. Yeah, the tentacles came a lot later, you know, with the squid people. Squid people fight like squid and slave all people. Yeah, I don't know much about the squid people, but they tasted like squid and, you know, walked like people. And yes, when I did come up with the squid people, you know, I was thinking about, you know, I was 100%, yes, in fact, thinking of, you know, the freaking crab people. Yeah, don't ask me why, don't ask me why. Alright, I better take a quest. Right now, I'll take a quest, because why not? Also, wait, did I unlock action management yet? Alright, probably not. Squid people. Squid people, fight like squid and save all people. Alright, now, purification. Alright now. Alright now, by the way, you guys are all cute. By the way, I want you guys to know that you're cute. Oh, wow, look at all these bad guys. Alright now, and of course, glad to help. And I am happy to give you the confidence to push me further with your stories. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I had no idea that you guys really like them, yeah. You know, I honestly had no idea you guys liked them that much. I thank you. Thank you very much, yeah, all of you. All of you, I gotta thank you all very, very much, yeah. I gotta thank you all very, very much, yeah. Alright now. You inspired so many people, and I said Alicia was one of your characters, yeah. Yeah, they based one of their characters on Dark Shovel, huh? Ooh. Yeah, I remember I originally made Dark Shovel to kind of be, you know, kind of a parody of Neptunia villains. Kind of a bad parody of one, really. Yeah, funny enough, as character design, you know, I unintentionally made it, you know, kind of resemble, you know, Shovel Knight. Even though you know, Shovel Knight had nothing to do with the original inspiration. Yeah, he kind of looks like evil Shovel Knight. Yeah, his appearance does look a little like evil Shovel Knight if it were mixed with Darth Vader, and you know, thrown in with the personality of somebody like Jeff Bezos. Yeah, which I did intend that, yeah. I did originally intend that, so. The name is much more inspired by Wii shovelware games. Yeah, that's right, shovelware games, especially the Wii. Yeah, the Wii had some really, really bad shovelware back in the day. Yeah, my favorite, you know, Wii shovelware was, you know, have you guys ever heard of Conspiracy Entertainment? Have you guys ever heard of Conspiracy Entertainment? Yeah, they're the guys that made such classics as Anubis 2 and and Gingerbread Man. I mean, if the angry video game nerd ascends his portal plane and, is still reviewing video games and the Wii suddenly becomes retro, enough for him to review, I would expect him to, I would expect him to see, Conspiracy Entertainment is worse than LJN. Why, I honestly expect him to basically do an entire episode basically devoted to them. And he'll be like, it's the same fucking game with a different skin! How did they get away with this? This is asset flips before asset flips were a thing even. Which is very true because, that was basically entertainment. That was basically Conspiracy Entertainment's, bread and butter. Just doing asset flips, before it became a thing. Before digital genocide made a thing. Also, the old company that, Dark Shovel, did make, was kind of based on, digital homicide. Yeah, I remember Digital Homicide. They, sued people for basically making fun of them, and, Jim Sterling got kind of involved in that. Back when he was actually, cool. Yeah. That was a long time ago. But yeah, it was inspired by... Yeah, but Dark Shovel's, appearance was inspired by shovelware in general, yeah. Yeah, mainly the Wii shovelware. Yeah, but, his appearance does ironically, kind of look similar to, does kind of look similar to Shovel Knight. And that was not intended, I'm sorry. It kind of looks like if Dark Shovel were, Darth Vader a little bit. Yes, if Shovel even is basically, a red lightsaber. Yeah, obviously, alright now. Although for, Dark Shovel's base, I kind of, had it inspired by, EA. Which means it's a mix of sci-fi as well as, sports. Their current crossover involved other characters behind who, whether had it been in part of the group as much as, like Asteria, or new subjects like Mir de Palafay. Oh, alright now. Well, I need to, bring other characters from the lore. I need to bring in other characters from the lore too, yeah. I need to also bring up other characters from the lore. I have a character who is basically, the whole thing is, they're an object spirit that's, linked to a telephone. Yeah, it's basically, they're an object spirit that, is basically based on a telephone. Yeah, but I don't already know. Yeah, basically, Telephonics thing is, she was a little girl that, died of cancer a long time ago, and, she attached her rotary phone and, became a magical girl that was basically an object spirit of a telephone. And, gained the power of, basically any type of phone in existence. And also gained a lot of telephone powers. Like, one of the things she could do is, like, travel between, phone airwaves. As well as landlines. Yeah, alright now. Yeah. Alright, not to rip off, the South Park game a little too much, but, I was considering having one of her moves, maybe I should bring in, like, apps or something into one of her moves. Alright now. Yeah, I should really consider bringing apps into one of her moves, yeah. Anyway, Amir comes from the great household of bug-sized fairy who fights with an enchanted button and needle, and the story is pretty much inspired by the cuteness and brutality of Swords and Whiskers genre, tough like mouse guard. Oh wait, I know the perfect game that can be like just like that. Yeah. Have you guys ever heard of Small Saga? You should play Small Saga. Yeah. I think that's basically the type of stuff you're thinking of. Then again, if they're supposed to be like bug sized, oh, you should play like Bug Fables, yeah. Alright now. In that case, let's take a look around for today. Alright now. Alright, we're traveling with our best friend, our Rest Fate. So this is Russell Island. Seems like a decent enough place. Ah, Russell Island. I can already smell the treasure. Dun 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 dun. Tips Fedora. Oh, you're a tourist. Oh, you could say there's a place I'm interested in visiting. I see. What a coincidence. I'm here for a similar reason. Oh, is that... Wait, oh no. Oh no. Yeah, she's all excited in a medieval fantasy household world where stuff like centipedes and cats are equivalent to dragons to them. Oh man. Oh no, alright. Cats and centipedes, uh-oh. That means we're probably gonna have to fight something like that. Oh, but what would a human be like to somebody like that? That'd be like basically fighting a giant. You know, like an actual giant. That'd be like fighting, something that's basically like a 50-foot tall giant. And you're like an itty bitty little tiny ant. And somehow the little itty bitty tiny ant is able to win. Kind of reminds me of my time, Jack and the Beanstalk world. Although I gotta say, Jack was not a very nice guy. He was basically a thief. Agent Arnie's, who are you? Ooh, we're getting into Dream World stuff. Dream. Alright, now. Ooh. Hi there, Dream Lilies. Alright, now. Alright, now, we're gonna get into the things that, actually affect the ending. I am the Guardian of the Demon Sword, Jorth. My appearance is temporary form would exist within dreams. Unlike you and the new saint, it is difficult for me to maintain this form within a dream. Alright, Agent. Alright, now I will cut to trace as concerns us. Where you store blue blood you have collected during your fiend hunting? What do you mean? I don't see any human. A big turning point in the lore is that the Homer one day vanished from the mansion and the household, lost its homeowner in centuries past, and a tiny folk hold in the house and created their own society in the household. Oh man, that means they could basically, create all sorts of societies in there. Alright, now, if it were like a big, huge, giant mansion, that could really be interesting, yeah. Oh, what? Oh boy, look at this outfit! Alright, this outfit, what are these clothes? They're the holy clergy garment, it's the proper attire for offering blood. Oh no. Blood courses through the body when it's easier to offer when there are fewer barriers in the way. Yeah, that's just an excuse that you don't have, our needs of as little clothing as possible, really. I get it, but dressing up like this, it's fine, this is only a dream, the only ones who are here are you and me. Also, hi Twitch chat! Meow! Alright now, use the rosier to collect off her blood. Alright now, time to offer blood, Alright now, meow. Alright now, my favorite YouTuber is kind of a little bit of a weirdo. Yeah, they went from CGIing their mouth over, cats and dogs. And then, making a full-blown, Hollywood movie. Listen, a household is magical and it accommodates and shifts in structures for residents, and with the household shifts, it becomes sizes that fit their cities and more. Oh, my stats are going up. Alright, and we're unlocking more powers too. The power's overflowing. It's proof that you received the power tonight and became stronger. Now you can defeat the fiends you previously fought with greater ease. Alright, now, about Arnie's and Lily's relationship. Wait, what? Lily? Oh no, her name is Elise because it has Lily in it. You guys know what Lily's mean, you guys know what Lily's mean. Your temporary appearance makes you look like a friend of mine. Are you related to Lily's? This is the appearance I looked like when I was young. I'm related to the saint by blood, so I may in fact resemble a new saint, but more likely, I think you're influencing my appearance. Because you're worried about the new saint. Yeah, I guess, yeah. Your relationship with Elise is increased. Cool. By the way, the best ending is, tied behind not getting the maxed out relationship. Which is kind of funny, because you expect it to be on the top. You know, alright now. We can now access skills. And of course, alright now. Alright, and soon we're about to unlock, activities. Yeah, the activities in the blood are pretty much where we're gonna, get our levels and all that from. Alright, and there's the evil Pope. There's, the evil Pope. You can tell he's not the American Pope because he doesn't have a, huge gun with him at all times. The same way that all Americans do. The big antagonist in the midnight hour comes from a person, comes from Persona. Yes, the name comes from Persona Fini, a great giant black widow spider who is a goddess and mother of spiders, who is trying to work her way into the plot to overtake the household and bring forth the age of spiders after the little folk took the household from the spiders centuries prior. Oh no, that makes me feel a little bad for the spiders, yeah. I mean, the spiders are probably, attacking them and eating them, but, it makes me feel bad just a little bit. You see, long ago, my people used to rule the household. And, you people were my slaves, but, you kind of rebelled against us and, drove us to the brink of extinction. So, as you can see, so I have decided, centuries later to get my revenge on all of you. I think Simon is too polite to show how mad he is. So yes, a misunderstanding. Alright. I'm not sure how Yuno imagines it, though. Alright, and this is probably where we're gonna unlock activities. No, it's just, alright now, it's just that she, is a bit of a klutz, sort of like, you guys ever see Colette, in Tale Symphonia? Yeah, at least keeps breaking stuff, and, that stuff is very expensive. And also, she can't cook worth a darn. Wait a second, that isn't right at all. Lily has ever been the most graceful in the kitchen, but seems like she's even clumsier than usual. Yes, spiders were pretty tyrannical and authoritarian, and of course there were good spiders, but yeah, the spell folk, while they messed up somewhat, the midnight hour is still trying to, do the war crimes to the others, and exactly why she has to be stopped no matter what. No. She's wanting to do war crimes. That is motivation enough to stop them. Oh yeah, the ring, uh-oh. Wait, the cat, eat the ring. The cat, stole the ring and ate it. No. Naughty cat. Stupid cat. Good luck, Ernie's, for counting on you. Alright, we have not unlocked everything yet. Alright, let's go get that ring back. Right now, we need to... Right, so we need to head over to Central Square. Alright, begin the purification. Purification in progress. Batter, you are guilty! Alright, now. Batter, I know you're guilty. Alright, I know that the batter's guilty. Alright, the batter is guilty. The batter is a bad guy. Alright, now. Yeah, in detail going on in the household world, everyone shrinks down according to their size and scale of everyone else. When midnight hour ends up visiting the Earth, so reverse happens when she becomes massive because of it. Uh-oh. No, massive spider. No, massive evil spider. Massive big bad evil spooter. Spooderman does whatever Spooter can. Spooderman does whatever Spooter can. Alright, villains, prepare yourself for purification. Purification in progress, let's go. Alright, now purify. Alright, more adversaries have been made here. That's right, purify them all. Alright now. Oh no, Gustian is, bleeding. And for the most part, it would serve as a minor antagonist in the grand scheme of things. Oh no. And now, tiny little Spider Queen, you know, almost destroys the world, you know, because still a minor antagonist. Does that mean she's not like the major antagonist of that storyline then? Oh no, what if there's something even greater? What if there's something like even greater? Oh no, is it like Small Sokka and the final boss is gonna be some sort of exterminator? Oh yeah, alright now. That kinda reminds me, I do have one of the Ascended that's basically an evil exterminator. Yeah, I gotta, you know, say that the Ascended are basically a different faction from, you know, Red Moon now. Yeah, they're like a rival evil organization. They're like a rival evil organization. And Octopus 8 are also different. Yeah, but Octopus 8 are basically mafia, yeah. Octopus 8 are basically mafia that basically join together, you know, basically to, you know, fight against Inamani. Because, you know, superheroes started becoming a major threat to them. And, you know, alright now. No, she's a big antagonist, just that her goal is minor compared to, you know, everyone else in Earth B. Oh, okay. Oh no, Dolphin, alright now. Suddenly fiends exist, suddenly I don't feel like battling. There's something written on a ribbon, Cola Team. Now, please don't beat me up. Let me tell you, what can I get for you? Are you a merchant? Yes, I'll make a treat for you. Alright, now, we can, you know, use a little bit of blood here. I use it to collect blood? Yes, that's perfect. You buy things with blood instead of money? Oh no, she uses it. Alright now. Right now, we need it. Alright now. So she is a major antagonist, but you know, her goal is very minor compared to everybody else. Although I hardly. Alright now. Alright now. And this is also one of the only places we can buy the peak diamonds, which is kind of super important. Oh yeah, we can get that toy soldier. Alright now, Servant Burst Restoration by 25. Alright, I'll take one of those. Oh, whoops, I'm almost out of blood. I know, more enemies are in our way. I imagine Midnight Hour in Lilith's world since the Midnight Hour ends in the monster world where the Arachne resides in, and she has to deal with the whole can of worms because the Midnight Hour showing up alongside with their Renus LaFay. Oh no. Wolves. No, they're strong. They're stronger enemies. Right, they're a little bit stronger enemies. That's okay, I'm fine. It's okay, I'm fine. Of course, wolves also have a fetish they can drop too. Alright now, oh no. Alright now, coming it. Alright now. Alright now, I do want to, you know, get it. I will grind for fetishes later. You know, not even gonna lie. I'm not gonna be doing that on stream now. Yeah, that's gonna be really hard and annoying. And also, I will need items that basically boost luck, basically. And there's one of the items that boost luck, you know, Rusty Horseshoe. That, you know, Bruce drops. And then, of course, one of the heroes who shows up in the monster world is, of course, Pebbles, for He is Terrible. Oh, yeah, the Monster Kingdom arc, yeah. Oh, we could definitely have them in there. We can definitely, you know, have Pebbles in. We can definitely have them there. Yeah, but what about alright now? What if due to some sort of, you know, weird magic, you know, it kind of results in, you know, your main character of you know, the household, you know, world, you know, become, you know, meaning object spirits, or, you know, becoming life size, or, you know, meaning object spirits. Oh yeah, there is an object spirit world in the lore, yeah. Although the object spirit world, you know, has you know, two factions of enemies. There's like the neglected ones, There's also, you know, the ones that are, you know, made to basically be weapons. There's also other ones that are basically, that, you know, are basically objects that are made to be weapons that are kind of loosely inspired by, you know, Smithy's gang. A little bit. You know, just in a minor way. Yeah, Mir would, alright, I mean, yes, Mir would end up in the future, in the furniture object, in the object world. Oh, that sounds, you know, very good. Right, yeah, and object spirits are basically, you know, when neglected objects, you know, get hostile spirits inside of them. Basically. Yeah, yeah. And they're also becoming increasingly common due to, like, you know, the quality of objects, you know, dropping in the world. But yeah, I need something with fixed damage here. Also, we need to be careful about her health. Yeah, our niece is not exactly a tank in this game. Yeah, it does make it a little bit harder. Especially in post-game. Although I will admit, you know, post-game does have the sexy Snake Lady. Yeah, but the sexy Snake Lady is also not fun to fight because, you know, she has a pretty annoying ability. She also has a pretty annoying... yeah, the sexy Snake Lady is not really fun to fight, but, you know, not really fun to fight since she has a really annoying ability that you need a very specific counter for. Yeah, you need, like, a really specific counter for her. Yeah, basically you need a really specific counter for her. Yeah, basically the way to counter... Basically, she has the ability to charm all your party members, and the only way to counter it is, you know, with a very specific item that you can... With a very specific item. That, you know, basically cancels AoE damage. And, you know, effects. Yeah, but there is a sexy Snake Lady, and she's like, alright now. Yeah, she's pretty cool, but, you know, kind of annoying to fight, really. Right now, I know chance of getting item drops goes up. Now, of course, the Black Widow is, you know, definitely the thing. It's definitely the best thing. Alright, now, I'm kind of wondering about Mir's interaction with the Firebjock world. Oh, wait, she could probably, you know, end up in the Mir world as well as, you know, meet Mir as well. Yeah, Mir is, you know, a Mir fairy that's basically sort of like a doppelganger. Oh, that means we can meet Bloody Mary. Yeah, Bloody Mary does play a major part in, you know, the fairy tale arc. Anyway. You know, and, you know, causing the Mirror Shard incident that, you know, resulted in Snow Queen's madness. Alright, now we should probably talk to you, yeah. Oh, you're too kind. By the way, may I borrow your aesthetic sensibilities at the moment? Right now, it's something wrong with the wall? You wanna put artwork, huh? Art selection, alright now. Let's put an oil painting. Alright now, yeah. Yeah, shock value, yeah. Alright now. Let's put up something really nice. Yeah, let's put up, alright now. Alright now, where's that oil, alright now, where's the oil painting? Oh, yeah, it's one of those. Alright now. Oil paintings, you see, can be very impressionist, okay? You know, compared to, like, traditional painting. So, you know, you might not get it right away, but, you know, trust me, it's a very, trust me, it's very awesome, and, you know, you'll definitely get it one day. And if you use your imagination, you'll definitely get it, yeah. Yeah, alright now. Oh yeah, I should move in closer. You know, we should figure out which world ours, you know, ends and, you know, which involves her story specifically. And Theria, another high fantasy world. Arthurian and Norse fairy tales inspired. Oh yeah, we should definitely have them show up in the fairy tale world. Yeah, that person would be perfect for the fairy tale world, basically. I know, I would say that would be absolutely a perfect pairing. Yeah, object world for your little mirror fairy. Oh, give me more valuables. Oh, vampire bats and gladiators. Alright, gladiators are really good. We'll have to unlock... Alright, we can unlock... Alright, now. Alright, now, we can get fetishes from these guys. Alright, now, yeah, we can get Black Widows and, Moonstones. Yeah, of course, if we get Moon... Alright, yeah. Oh, one of them's like level 4. One of them's like a higher level. Alright, one of them is a higher level, so we gotta be careful. Yeah, sometimes some enemies will be higher level for like, basically no reason. Alright, now smash that thing. Break it, break it, break it! Yeah, give me all the give me all that stuff. Gold! Alright, now. Alright, now, turn. Oh, black butterflies! Now something bad's coming, uh-oh. Oh, bad guy's coming. Oh no, that's not good. Alright, that guy looks tough. Oh no, whoa, watch out for that. Alright, watch out for the fire circles, we'll definitely take damage off that. Alright, now we just have to hit stun and we just have to stun them and keep whacking at them. Alright, adversary purified. Alright, now give me the ring. Give me Lilisa's ring. Give me that ring. It's all slimy. I'll wash it before I bring it back. Oh no. Alright now. Alright now, hopefully Lilisa, will stop. Alright now. Antheria's main identity is Restoration Life, which is able to reverse decay and channel source creative energy to cause rapid growth of life and be able to channel that to fight through means as she influenced the growth of life. Ooh. Oh, our niece and Lilise are, getting on top of each other. Oh, man. Oh, wow. It's a little embarrassing. Oh, come on, we're both ladies. Wait, what? Yeah, you guys were washing in front of each other? Hey, why don't you quit being a saint and become a regular priestess? You don't need to be a saint to defeat the night. We can travel to different places and hunt fiends, actually. Actually, can you hold on to the ring, our niece? Oh, our niece is giving you a wedding ring. Everything's okay. I'm sorry I spilled tea on you. Your clothes should be dry by tomorrow. Oh no, she spilled tea on her clothes. She spilled tea on her clothes. Oh man. Hey cat, get your tail on my face. Not like butterflies. Alright, yeah, this game is this game, features lesbians. And the second game, in the series, features, a lesbian harem. Yeah, they even call them lilies. And yes, that is true, yeah. Unfortunately, I think Knights of Azure 2 is probably the worst game out of the two. Yeah, Knights of Azure 1 is definitely the superior game in my opinion. Not even gonna lie. I will not lie in the least about that. Who would be dealing with, since the story has an Indian inevitably beat them? Alright now, Etheria would probably have to deal with, Karabase. Yeah, Karabase's true arts basically have to do with Sleeping Beauty. Since Karabase does come from that, she's kind of the major villain of, the fairy tale arc. With the Snow Queen basically be a secondary one. Also, Karabase is kind of the one that's responsible for basically making the magic mirror that, corrupted Bloody Mary into becoming Bloody Mary. Yeah, and of course there's also Prince Charming, who's like a much more minor antagonist, really, in an arc. They're a prince that's also an incubus. And I know you're thinking, no, it's not quite like that, no. It's not quite like that, no. Yeah, he's basically focusing. He basically, he basically manipulates events, and secretly in league with other villains, so he can, pretend to rescue princesses that find themselves in tricky situations, so that he can basically, he can basically take half the kingdom, and them as and them, and them as well. Yeah, he's been doing it for a long time. Which is kind of strange because, the Prince Charming has been, the guy that, is always there whenever, princesses need saving, conveniently enough, in a lot of fairy tales. Kind of very conveniently, not gonna lie. Kind of very convenient how that works, huh? For no boy, so queen, yeah, she's gonna be a weirdo when she meets Antheria. Oh no, no. Oh no, what happened? Oh no, what is your little life mage gonna do? Hey Elise, are you okay? Damn, so what's going on here? Alright now. Actually, alright now. Alright, gladiators are easily and 5 seconds to chain of first attacks. And they're only acceptable to Arnie's, though. Hey, Lilise, what's going on? Why would she be a weirdo about it? I mean, what's it? Alright now. Snow and Death are kind of the Snow, basically being an element that basically brings a lot of death would be the opposite of things like life, right? And green, right? Yeah, of course, the Lord also has Dreamland in it, which, has the Boogeyman in it. Well, technically speaking, the Boogeyman of Darkness is the leader of all the Boogeymen, really. Yeah, and they're kind of, heavily anti-fairy. Since fairies are, beloved and cherished, by everybody and all that. Well, Boogeymen are, feared and shunned. And that's kind of the basic reason for the Boogeyman of Darkness is, descent into basically villainy. And, helping Lumina Knight, of course. He's super understanding. He's super understanding about it, but, doesn't quite sympathize with his actions because, she may be compassionate, but she's not mad. She's compassionate, not mad. Alright, some creepy looking specimens, and alright, now random items have nothing to do with each other. Alright, now the amusement park's gonna be dangerous, huh? Oh hey, a red spinal quest. Well, there is a quest for... Alright, a quest for red spinal will give us another servant, so I will take that. Alright, skills. I should probably check this. Alright, take cover. Alright now. Alright now. What's going on for what I know in my experience? What's up, Snow Queen? Tried to freeze Pebbles, an actual dog, via Smooch? No! No, tried to freeze Pebbles, no! We can't have that, that's mean. Don't freeze the cute, adorable doggo. I mean, I know Pebbles kicked my butt, when we first met, but please don't, please don't bully the cute dog. Please don't bully the cute dog. Yeah, then again, it was the Church of Protagonism that did that because they thought he was the Dark Lord successor. And it got him really riled up. To be fair, I don't blame Pebbles for being rather worked up about that. I might as well go over here. And we are gonna have to collect port blood to, level up. We need to level up, pretty much immediately. We are going to have to level up, unfortunately. Oh no, come back here. Right, can you guys get that? Pretty sure those are too far away for me to get. Oh yeah, that, that symbol over there is, down. That's for Prince Charming. Yeah, the guy. Alright, now it's gonna help. Alright, gonna do his thing only to get rid of reality check from right there. Just merely a house shot Prince Charming with a blast of, source forcing. Alright, I don't blame her. Can't really blame her. One of the enemies is high level. Alright, that seems to be a thing coming down here for tonight. At least the higher level enemies, have lots of blood, don't they? Alright, I might as well try to help him out. Oh wow, I am slow. Alright, now. Ooh, a bunch of boxes. Come on, breakthrough, I want some treasures. I want treasures! And such a guy has to put in considerably a lot more effort in planning than he normally does at quickly realizing directly approaching her is not a good idea at all. Well, at least that's good. Yeah, hopefully she can save all the people he's, made into his victims then. I would like that from her. Ancient Dragon Bone and Blood Spear. Nice, nice, nice. Oh, whoa, there's lots of alright, monsters. Watch out, monsters! Alright, let's pummel some monsters, shall we? Oh, Knuckle Duster, so sad stun. So sad stun, and stun is very good. Not even gonna lie. By the way, did I mention all you guys are very, very cute? Did I mention I find all you guys very, very cute? Yeah. I must thank you. You really helped me, to get confidence and all to write my story. Alright, I need to figure out what I need to write for my story next. I need to figure out what the next thing is gonna be. I did manage to introduce the E-Walls, as well as, the start of Octopus 8. And, the Church of Protagonism as well. Which I'm basically calling the Cult of Protagonism, basically, because let's face it, they are a cult. Yeah, those are all lore stuff, yeah. And yes, I, Enimati, have written extensive lore about Enimati. Oh yeah, we could get toy soldiers as well as thread spinals in this area. Yeah, red spinals are very good. Alright, red spinals and red spinals are very common as well as yeah, of course that's for fighting enemies actually drop fetishes. Yeah, they're kind of rare. They're kind of rare drops, so. Yeah, of course there is another easier way to get fetishes in certain areas if you really want to. But it kind of involves getting a specific servant and, basic... Alright, now. And we got a level 5 bomb on us. Alright, watch out for the explosions. Watch out for the explosions, those hurt. Obviously, watch out for the explosions. Those, of course, sting like nobody's business. Pretty sure our niece is the only one that gets affected by spikes. Thankfully, her servants are immune to those, it seems. Oh no, level 3 soldiers. Alright now. Am I trying to switch in found a cutie? I found a cute bat with luck. I'm not cute now. You're the ones who are cute, guys. Alright, guys, you're the ones who are cute, okay? Oh no, we got bombs in the field. Alright, we gotta be careful of the explosions, obviously. Oh no, watch out, watch out, watch out. Alright now. Alright now, hopefully, alright now. You know, you're using Gus Chan. Alright now, Gus Chan is, alright now. Yeah, I never got Gus Chan outside of this version of the, outside the PC version of this game. Because it was like pre-order bonus and on the PS4 and I never did that. And obviously I think it's impossible right now. Get it on PS4, really. Sadly. Alright now, all the enemies alright now, have we got all the enemies? Right now, I know we got a quest to get a red spinal. No, no you. No, 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 no you. No you, you're the kid. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. A good thing these guys are like level 1. Oh no, Wolf. Alright, I better get serious. I better get serious if I want to deal with level 5 wolves. Although wolves do have a fetish they can drop, and it's like one of the best ones in the game. Yeah, it's like one of the best ones in the game, too. So I definitely do want one of those. Fortunately, I don't think we're gonna get one of those right now. Alright, also watch out for these guys and their explosions. Obviously, you don't want to get blown up. Luckily, they're rather easy to get around. Residents of not from the residents of Fairy Tale World are dodgy hiding out in there for some point and causing absolute chaos, posing as a fox fight of sorts to try and hide out from enemy and after defeating Yenny's world. Dodgy. Yeah, alright now. Alright now. Yeah, it's okay. Yenny and me are working on, you know, doing stuff together, so. Honestly, I honestly think, you know, Yenny would do their stories more justice than I would, though. As well as their characters. Yeah, I'm not exactly bursting with confidence over any really anything, really. Ooh, fetish. Nice, red spinal. Nice, red spinal obtained. That's like Chaos and Fairy Tale, and I didn't disagree. No, you really disagree, y'all. I appreciate that. I don't know. Alright, we're gonna have to be a little careful here. Enemies are getting pretty strong. Alright, we got the product model, that's good. That means we can get that extra red spinal. Alright, now, you have to unlock the ability to, you know, get servants of the same type, though. Sadly, you do have to unlock the ability to get servants of the same type. Also, I will use this to reset the time. Oh, and we got a red spinal, of course. And our servants level up. Alright, Mega Heal, Enhanced HP recovered. Alright, our HP recovery up. Divine Barrier and alright, Divine Shield and Barrier range up. Alright now. Alright now. Yes, I am very sure I want to exit. Alright now, let's go servants and actualize some of them. No, I don't think we have enough blood to actualize all of them. What the hell, I'll actualize them anyway. Alright, I'll probably have to grind later then. See? I like that, that's hilarious. Oh no, they're a pyromaniac. Alright, Plumia's a little pyromaniac and he looked like a little monarch. They look like a little monarch butterfly. I like them, they're cute. Yo, check out my toy soldier. Clark. Still. Dole. Fisher, Tawny. Yeah, let's go with Clark. Clark Kent. Alright, Clark Kent. Clark Kent, yeah. And of course we got the Black Widow. Yeah, here comes that cute little spooter. Yeah, it looks kind of like one of those Japanese spiders, but you know, the yellow and black. You know, one of the venomous ones. Bam. Sick that Arda. Next. Alright, let's go with Lucci. I know. Alright, nice. Alright, that did use up most of my blood, though. Alright, so... Alright, now, I should probably focus a little... Alright, now, I think I should save and quit for now. Oh, whoops, no, I want to... Alright. Alright, now, I will save, and then I will go grind a little bit, so I can level our niece up a little bit. Since, you know, she's kind of lacking in levels, and, you know, the enemies are getting a little bit stronger. You know, a little bit stronger than her. And that's, you know, kind of a bit of a problem, unfortunately. That's unfortunately going to become a bit of a problem. Alright, yeah. So I'll go grind on that. Alright, let's see. Alright, how about we go raid... Alright, now, how about... Alright, now, let's go raid... Mackenzie. Alright, you guys are gonna like her. Alright, by the way, thank you to everyone who showed up and, you know... Alright, now. Any grinding incoming, make yourself way over leveled for the rest of the game. I mean, I do tend to do that, but, you know, I don't think I'll be able to do that this time. Since there is a hard level cap in this game. Since, unfortunately, there's a hard level cap in this game. I don't think I'll be able to do that. Don't understand why you would say that. Anyway, goodbye.